Ted Bundy,
suspected of dozens of sex killings.
Stephen Avery,
18 years in prison for something he didn't do.
Scott Peterson, all convicted killers, all household names. To say that America has a bit of a true crime obsession is an understatement.
The story is not the nuns killing. The story is the cover-up.
And it's a craze that cable networks and streaming services seem all too happy to cash in on. Investigation Discovery is a whole channel dedicated to the genre, with shows like Wives with Knives and Fear Thy Neighbor. But what is behind the fascination with killers and other criminals?
The standard format of many true crime shows is one that they trigger our primal instinct of fear, and they initially, at the beginning of the show, will take us into the woods, so to speak, scare the heck out of us, walk us around in the dark, and then ultimately, by the end of the show, they reveal the perpetrator and bring us back into the sunlight.
Dr. Scott Bond is a criminologist and author who has had conversations with real serial killers. He says part of the appeal is that we like to be scared.
911, where's your emergency? My wife's had an accident. She's still breathing.
A true crime show or film takes the viewer on a roller coaster ride, so to speak, and provides the adrenaline rush that comes with it.
The back of the head was struck 3 times.
Then, usually within an hour or two, the whole thing is resolved.
Justice prevails, and our fear has been overcome, and we are safe once again.
Dr. Bond says we also have a desire to understand things that may seem irrational. Take Ted Bundy. One of the reasons he evaded capture for so long is that he didn't fit the traditional profile of a serial killer.
You're a little scared when you look at him?
He just doesn't look like the type to kill somebody.
Many looked at him as a smart, attractive man who could have done anything he wanted in life. So why would he choose to kill? And are people like him closer to us than we think?
Perpetrators like Ted Bundy is a perfect example. He was a handsome, charismatic individual. He could certainly be like the dashing boy next door. To most of us, how could he possibly be responsible for these horrible acts that we know that he committed? It just makes no sense. It seems irrational. And that is particularly frightening to us, because that means that most anyone could be a serial killer. It literally could be the guy living next door. Therefore, we're driven to try to understand their mentality, understand their motivations.
Dr. Bond also says understanding the criminal mind can put people at ease, because knowing the perpetrator's reasoning can make them seem less threatening.
Part of the human condition is to identify with all things, even things that we might identify as evil, because if we can get close enough to them and understand them and figure them out, then they're less frightening to us.
While Dr. Bond has talked with real killers for his fact-based novel, Evil Guardian, he says true crime stories allow their fans to get a sense of evil without having to leave their homes or put themselves in any danger.
We don't have to actually be face-to-face with evil in order to understand it. We can sit back, enjoy a bowl of popcorn, and within 1 hour have evil resolved.
There's a woman that you might want to question. He's the one that did it. I mean, it's co-conspiracy.
And there's no shortage of evil stories to tell. It's an unfortunate reality for crime victims, but one that will have true crime fans watching in a somewhat endless pursuit for justice. For InsideEdition.com, I'm Mara Montalbano.